Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing really well. I'm gonna connect with my higher self and I'm gonna do something very similar to the last video. I'm just gonna do a little journey and see what the wisdom is for all of us right now as it pertains to the energies and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna relax and let's just see what comes up, okay? All right, higher self. It's a good message for everyone for today related to Ascension energies. All right, so I'm in an experience and it's as if my eyes have glue on them, but they're open. But because there's this like glue, it's a bit of a film, so it makes it hard to see clearly. And it's rough. So I touched this wall, is what it's like, a wall in front of me, and it's rough. It's like made out of rocks all stuck together. And there's different layers of colors. So there's like a golden and then a greenish and then a red and a blue and a purple. And so it's kind of like this. And this is hard because if I can't see clearly, then how am I supposed to know what to do? And how am I supposed to know how to work with what is in front of me if that isn't exactly clear either? So there's a challenge right now in the ability to see clearly. And in seeing clearly, to know what we are meant to do with what is in front of us right now. Because my higher self is saying that this is complicated. There's a reason why you're trying to use other senses in order to make sense of what this is. So I'm using my fingers to feel it out. I can't rely on my eyes in order to truly understand it. I'm trying to use my mind to decipher what maybe these different colors mean, or why is this rough. So I'm having all these energetic communications and I'm trying to put puzzle pieces together, but I'm not working with enough information, so that makes it hard too. But there is something about the need to see, and the challenge right now is making it a little bit foggy. And my higher self says, what do you do when you don't have enough information to work with, to build a strategy, to understand your path right now? When it feels like your eyes have a film over them and you're wanting to see something more clear than you're able to access it. What do you do when it's like this? And I tell my higher self that I just close my eyes. And then I acknowledge that I'm human and that I'm not meant to understand 100% of everything. Maybe 5%. And that 5% is going to feel like maybe 80% to me. But the reality is I only really can ever truly understand maybe 5% of reality here. That's what it's like to be human. So for me to try to understand that much more, to try so hard to see something that much more, and to just simply not be able to access it, then I just accept that. And what I do is, it's like maybe the blurry details are the exact details. Maybe I don't need to know what the meaning of the color is or why it is rough. Maybe I just need to accept it for as it is. This is interesting because another message is coming up about parenting. And the parent is going to scrutinize the child. Why are you like this? Why are you like that? How come you're not like this or that? But the child's like, why don't you just accept me for as I am? That's another message coming through here. It's in order to help you understand what we're talking about. That's what my higher self says. And my higher self is wanting you to reminisce on times when you didn't feel like your parents understood you, because they were thinking about all these other details that made sense to them, but it's not really just embracing you for as you are right now, even if it's rough around the edges, even if it's not exactly clear or crisp or perfect. So you have to work with what you get, but you need to see it as already whole or complete and to love it as it is. And to try to see it more clearly or to want it to be more specific is just let it go. Just let that go. All right, so there's a representative of the human race coming forward here. And there's a need to access details in order to make very important decisions in life. And so there's prayer. And I'm praying for answers. I'm praying to be able to see. And these prayers should be heard. These prayers should give me access to this information that I need in order to make a healthy decision for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my job, that sort of thing. And I don't feel like I'm given access to what I need to feel comfortable making decisions. And so it's a conversation about prayer and the power of prayer in order to help create enlightenment. To say to the universe, I desire this, and the universe manifests that so that you can have that thing that you desire, right? This is going to get a little bit more complicated because I see the human representative is the scene is all changing, and it's being taken down into what is kind of like a dark cave. And there's a tiny little light that shines down upon the face of the human that is in a state of prayer, on their knees and praying. And they're speaking to the light, and the light is receiving these feelings, okay, being expressed. And there's silence in return. Silence. And so this human is continuing to pray because when there's silence in return, then the prayer needs to continue to be sure that this prayer is being heard, because I need this prayer to be heard. But there's just silence. I need the prayer to be heard. I need you. Universe, answer my prayers. Why is there silence? Why are you not helping me? This is interesting because the light is full of information. And the information is actually being inhaled by yourself. It is being absorbed into your skin in ways you never even thought possible. It is in your bloodstream, and it is speaking to you inside yourself. So you're not going to necessarily find the answer out there. You need to go inside yourself, because the answer is inside you, and heaven has heard you. And heaven has inspired the light to give information to you, so you can have the information inside yourself in order to feel what you desire to feel right now. This is so hard for a human being, so hard. Because they're left continuing to feel like there's a film over their eyes and they can only see so much. And it doesn't seem to answer this situation, to resolve the issue. What's interesting here is I'm sharing a little bit of energy work with all of you, because it's like the collective is desiring enlightenment and direction and sight. And I think that is a valid desire. If you have a human being that wants to see and understand, that blessing should be bestowed upon that human being. How many human beings are out there that just think they see enough, but they don't choose to really expand further than this? So when you have a human that actually desires it and gets down on their knees and prays for it, that should be bestowed upon that human being. So there's this collective longing for enlightenment. And my higher self is wanting me to tap into more of this conversation about enlightenment and how the human is going to receive that during this time. All right, this is really, really hard. But this is also energy work for you, for me, for everybody. And there's information too that's old information. There's an old, purgy information situation going on here. There's an information situation going on. All right, and it's coming out the face. So the face is puking out old information that made sense to us last year or last month or 10 years ago. It's called a program, and we work with programs all the time, and programs are not a bad thing. They're just part of what we believe in, part of how we choose to create a society and live in that society and feel comfortable with ourselves and other people, and it's just all a program, okay? That's part of our human race, all right? But this is a program that we don't need to work with anymore, because there is a heartfelt longing for a new program, a new level of direction. And direction does create a new program, a new level of understanding, a new building block, okay? It's a step up. So right now, what I'm doing here for you, as well as myself, there's a little bit of a heart energy and a little bit of a stomach energy, as well as what's going on with the face. And it just wants to release. It just wants to release, like pull the cork off me, please. And so it's coming out the front, but there's also energies coming up and out the face. It's not like really bulgy on the throat. It's not necessarily bulgy on the third eye or the crown. It's really specific about heart and emotion, okay? The longing energies. And the longing that is expressed upon the face too. So we're letting this energy out so it can be free from inside of us, all right? And my higher self shows me that heaven has these like dream catchers, but they're like people with fishnets, and all these like longings, these love longings for enlightenment, that sort of thing, these prayers turn into this sparkle dust. And these dream catchers, which are people with like fishnets, like a net for catching a butterfly or something, they come around and they scoop these up. They scoop up all these like love dreams, all right, love prayers. So they have this like big mound that what looks like sparkling sugar goodness. And this energy is combined together. It's a fabric. It's a creation of newness. And as this is sewn together, I also see the collective receiving something inside their own heart, which is a message, okay? So it seems to be sewn out there, all right, in heaven, where it's collecting the information out there. But as it stitches it all together in a very warm and comfortable way, nobody gets poked with the needle or anything. It's stitching it out there, simultaneously stitching it within us all, stitching it within us all. So everybody feels this. Everybody feels this on the whole planet, whether you are longing for the enlightenment or not. You are also receiving a part of this new fabric inside yourself. It is being stitched within yourself right now. And as this energy gets loud enough, it's like it creates a real energetic earthquake-like thing. And it's in the energy realm. It's not necessarily underneath our feet here. But it ripples through all of us across the whole entire globe. We all experience it. It ripples through us all. And it affects us in different ways. And this is all happening right now, okay? So before we move on the explanation here, you need to know that your prayers are being heard, and that the fabrics are being stitched. They're already being stitched within you, and this ripple is happening, and everybody is feeling it right now. Everybody's feeling it. Don't ever stop or praying or putting that sparkle dust out there, because it just enhances the fabric, all right? So just keep pouring your heart out. Keep sharing the love. It's only enhancing the whole human race, not just you. Everybody is winning here with your prayers. So we're going back to this big ripple, okay? We don't even know that this is happening, but there's a huge, like the ripple happens and then there's like a huge kaboom. And we have no idea that we were slightly lifted up and then pounded back down again. We have no idea that that happened. And now our eyes are shifting. Now our visibility, the way we're seeing things, is enhanced, is upgraded. We're going to notice something that we didn't see it that way before. And we're all going to have access to this. We're all going to have access to this. If you are looking for something, trust that you will see this. Trust that you will see this, okay? Trust in that. And when you trust in that, you don't have to plead for it, right? You just continue to say, I can't wait to be shown this. I'm ready to see, and I know I'm going to see this soon. I know you're going to help me. I know you're going to help me see something I've never seen before about myself or my situation or whatever it is. And it's going to guide me on the next step in my life. It's going to help me. And it's interesting because she shows me that when this ripple goes and then this big kaboom happens, we lift up and then we pound back down again. The earth looks different. Actually looks smaller. And it's peaceful. It feels peaceful. And it feels like dust is just disappearing into the ethers. And the light is a little bit brighter. And we didn't know that happens, but she wants me to tell you that since the earth looks smaller, that means that we're going to feel closer to each other. All right? We're going to start feeling closer to one another. And that can be very good when it comes to meeting new people, developing new relationships, even mending old relationships, running into old friends. It's going to feel like a smaller world. There's just a lot of love being shared with all of you, with everybody on in the human race, the planet, everything. I just feel this just like genuine love for all of us. I mean, genuine love for all of us. Hugs and love like nobody's business. Love that never goes away, that never disappears, that never hides from us. Even if we try to hide from it, never hides from us. And it's always with us all the time. It cares. It legitimately cares. Even if we feel like nobody hears us or understands, and we're praying and we just don't feel like we're heard, you're totally heard. The love within you is there with you. There's something about how energy takes time between the grafting and the development of the manifestation process, between the energy world and our physical world and time, okay? So just trust that it is happening. It's good. All right, everybody. That's what my higher self wants to share with all of us. Thank you for joining me in this experience. I hope all of you are doing well. If any of you want to explore a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Okay, thank you all again. I hope you all have a great day.